Back here on the Bulldog Insider, followers of the Fresno State women's basketball team know how good the Cavinder twins have been the last 2 years. But these two young women were stars long before they arrived at Fresno State. Scott Bemis joins us now with more on that.
Yeah, Andrew, since arriving in the Valley, identical twins Haley and Hanna have infused tremendous energy into the Bulldog women's program on the floor and off of it, where they've become social media sensations. Now, these two are Arizona natives, the third and fourth of 5 daughters born to Tom and Katie Cavinder. I caught up with their parents recently to find out what the twins were like before they were Bulldogs.
Right from the beginning, they seemed super competitive. They have 2 older sisters, and they're super close in age, so I think they would, just watch them and see them running around and just start right away from day one. One would crawl, the other one would crawl, one would, take off, holding on to furniture, and they just seemed really competitive from day one.
We'd go in the backyard, and we'd have this elevated pool thing, and I don't know if it was 3 or 4. But it wasn't enough just to dive in. They're doing backflips at 3 and 4 years old off of that. I can remember the first time we took them to a skating rink, and they had never put on a pair of skates. And we laced them up and we put hockey skates on them, and they just started skating. And they went around the rink pretty fast the first time, and by the time they got around the second time, they were skating backwards. It was just a club basketball game, and they were really doing well. And I don't know which one, I think it was Haley that missed a shot, and that would have won, and they would have went on to the championship game. And I think it was about 11 or 12 o'clock at night that night, and we were at the house, and she was out shooting that shot. I went outside, and I said, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "I'll never miss that shot again." And so that right instance at that moment, I'm like, you can't teach this. And they have such a driven path. They have such a chip on their shoulder because of their size.
High school sports, or their seasons there were just they were fantastic. Watching them hit their milestones from 1,000, hitting 1,000 points to 2,000 points, and the support they had from their friends in school there, it was really neat.
When you build the program around those 2 kids, which they did, they had a great run for 4 years. And I think that they didn't just grow as basketball players. I think they grew as young ladies, and that's what's more important to Katie and I. At the end of their 8th grade, before they were freshmen, they had an offer. San Diego offered them before they were in high school. And then it just kind of spiraled after that. They were getting a lot of national attention. We don't really like to broadcast how many people were recruiting them, but we have 4 full drawers. Probably, I would say 12 to 1,400 different letters. They could have had their own mailbox. I mean, there would be 10 to 20 mailings coming in a day. I think what Fresno State and the coaching staff did that kind of stood out is they built these relationships with the girls early on. And they kept on them. They were relentless in their recruiting, and just even sending little cards and handwritten notes and phone calls. And I think that Fresno State also recognized there was going to be bigger players in the game. During that last year and in that whole recruiting circuit, when you're going to all these games, and they would play sometimes 3 games a day, the entire coaching staff for Fresno State was at every game.
They're really good at recruiting, super nice people. For me, it's just all the hard work. Club season always seemed like the April tournament landed on prom, the 2 years that they could go to prom. And, just to see how they handled that and some of the things they had to miss. And, it's hard as a girl sometimes missing some of those things, but I think just seeing them grow as young ladies.
What I'm proud of them is that they're great people. They're just good kids. They're very, they go to church on their own. They're God-fearing. They really care about other people. Take all the basketball stuff away. We want all of our girls to be good people, and we want them to, build their own success. As a father, I want them to be independent and to be able to be free thinkers, and they're all on their way to be able to do that, and the Twins are leading that charge.
Well, Andrew, we obviously know how entertaining these two are on the basketball court, and as I mentioned, they're just as entertaining with that TikTok account, especially where they've got 2.6 million followers. I would suggest to everybody out there, go check it out if you have a few minutes, because it's quite entertaining. I know that you're a big TikTok guy, so you probably already follow them, right?
Oh, I'm on it right now as we're talking.
Yeah.
I'm like the Flash. I did it and I came back. Nobody saw anything else. 2.6 million followers. They might be able to make money off of that, but since you've already checked it out, what is the content on there that has 2.6 million people clamoring for it all the time?
Well, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of things set to music, them lip-syncing, a lot of dancing, a lot of basketball drills set to music. I can see why they're so popular on there. They just know, I think, what young people like. And from what I hear, TikTok, right, is for the youngins out there. So it's very, very entertaining. A lot of dancing on there. So these two are good dancers as well.
I might have to check it out. By the way, also impressive from that story, they had an offer from San Diego in 8th grade. Thanks very much, Scott.